Hi beautiful friend, thank you for watching. So I have anxiety. My mom has anxiety, my uncle has anxiety. It just runs in my family. Also, since I was a little girl, I've always had moments of having to deal with depression on and off, but ever since I can remember, depression has kind of come and gone in my life. I wanted you to know these things because it's important to know and to believe that no matter what you've been through, no matter how your childhood may have been like, and if you're naturally predisposed to happiness or not, happiness can be part of your life. So I've been predisposed to these things my entire life, but really when my depression spiraled out of control was 10 years ago. I was in a very unhappy marriage. It has run its course. He was a really good man, but no matter how good somebody is on the inside, when they drink and they have an alcohol issue, that alcohol tends to bring out the ugliest parts of a human being. So it was very tough, and the relationship was verbally, emotionally, abusive, never physical, but nonetheless, I don't believe that one abuse is better than the other. And so I left. And I think that anybody that has ever gone through divorce will be able to understand what I was going through. And even though it was a change for the better, it was still a very difficult one to make and have to go through nonetheless. A couple of years later, we had to file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. So everything that I've ever worked for had to be liquidated. And all these things were essentially happening in the same time. The divorce was dragging. The bankruptcy took 4 years. In the same time period, my stepdad passed away unexpectedly. My dad died, my aunt died, my mom and my whole entire family was back in Romania, so I really didn't have anybody here. I had no family members here. I really felt very alone and very discouraged, and I really started to spiral out of control. It was a very dark time. Days when I would just not even get out of bed. I didn't have a will to live. I had no motivation, no drive whatsoever. You can say that that period of time made me who I am today, but if I had the option, I would not go through it again, and I would try to find different ways to learn the things that I know now, not have to go through those battles. So after years of that, I woke up one morning and I realized I want to live. I want to be here, you know, and I want to be happy. And I don't know how I mustered up the energy or the courage, but I decided to start helping myself. So I started reading things online and books, and listen to tapes and CDs and watch documentaries and TED Talks and things like that. But one thing that was very discouraging in that process was the realization of how many people out there profit off the backs of people like myself. The free information that I've seen was pitiful, mediocre at best. And even when I would buy a book or I would spend money in a course or a talk or a convention or things like that, it was just not helpful. I remember watching a video about depression telling me that I need to learn to love myself. I have to muster up the courage to accept and love myself. And I'm just baffled because I'm thinking if I loved myself and I would be happy, I wouldn't be depressed and I wouldn't be watching your video, so help me. It was just really disappointing, and I realized that this is a business for people. So many people are in it to make money and to profit, not to really genuinely help other people. So I don't know how it even crossed my mind, but I'm a Virgo. I'm turning 32 tomorrow, so Virgos are very analytical and very organized and methodical, and I realized that if I bring those tactics and approaches and turn my willingness to be better and be happier into something methodical, then I might actually be able to help myself. So I started doing little things, trying to see what works, what would help me feel better, get better, move forward, and those are all things that so far I've shared with you through the entire lifespan of my channel. And I remember telling myself that, you know what, if one day I'll be able to be physically, emotionally, financially stable, I will share everything that I've learned with everybody willing to listen. It was a day-by-day kind of operation. Some things worked, some things didn't, but slowly but surely I started getting better and moving forward and feeling happier. And even though there were still days when I would go backwards, there were more days when I was going forward, so it was still a progression. And I started becoming that stable person. And then one day, somehow I remembered that promise I made to myself to share this with people if it ever should work. And I told myself, how can I go against my own word now? So I already had a YouTube channel because I had a social media marketing business and I was helping clients create YouTube content and things like that. So I decided, why not put my own channel to work and create videos? I was trying to think about what I want people watching to take out of my videos and out of my channel, and I realized that it is all about creating a beautiful life from the inside out. It's not just about makeup tutorials and how to make your exterior look appealing. It's about growing from the inside and truly finding ways, meaningful ways to be happier and be stronger as an individual. So inner and outer beauty. But then you can have those, but if your relationships suck or if your career is down the drain, that's not full happiness either. So I decided to create the 4 major playlists: the self-help, relationships, career, and beauty. And that's how it all started. Now, I don't remember if I did maybe 6, 7, 8 videos. I don't remember how many I did, but then the business just took off and I really didn't have time anymore. One personal growth, relationships, or career video, it takes me 3 days just to put together the ideas for that video. I like to go through all my notes, my journals. I like to do research and make sure that I stay abreast with the latest research that I can present to you. So it takes 3 days just to compile one video. Then I have to get ready. I have to set up my studio. I have to record. I have to edit. I have to launch it. I have to write the little tags and the descriptions and all that for it. So I just didn't have time anymore. So 2 years have gone by without me making new videos. And one day in July 2014, we were celebrating my husband's birthday. We were watching the FIFA Cup. I was enjoying my beer and I get a message from a young girl who was telling me that she had attempted suicide and she was about to try again one last time when a flicker in her told her that, no, I want to live. Let's help ourselves. And she went on YouTube looking for depression videos and YouTube suggested my video. And she watched it and she said she did the things that I suggested. And she said that this was the first time in years that she's had multiple consecutive happy days. So she wanted to find me again and subscribe and say thank you. And that just cut straight to the bone for me. I started bawling. It was this emotional release that I had in that moment. My husband didn't know what happened. And I looked at him and I showed him the message and I told him, babe, I think that this is what I want to do with my life. And he understood. My whole entire life I've helped people and I love being there for people. So he said it would just be a natural progression for me. Long story short, I started again last year and I was so happy and I had such a zest for trying to make a difference. And I remember telling myself, if one person will be touched by my message and it will resonate with them and their lives will get better, I will have a purpose and my life here will have a purpose. So I started doing that, and then it's normal when you're on YouTube, you kind of have a tendency to lose yourself a little bit. I started getting very carried away by the numbers and the analytics, and I started getting engulfed in the thoughts of it's so hard to grow and I'm not growing. It's just been like a roller coaster relationship. And then something in my head said, hold up. This is not why you started doing these videos to raise to 10,000 or raise to 100,000. You started doing these videos to help people. And the moment my inner self just kind of got reconnected with that purpose, that soul purpose that I had, is when I surrendered. And ironically enough, that's when the channel started growing a little faster and faster. And it's still slow because it's normal. I don't use clickbaits. I don't, try to bait you with different titles and you click on it and it's a completely different video. My content is not promiscuous. So it's a little harder to grow organically like that, and especially when over 400 hours of video get uploaded every hour. So it's been tough, but I can cry in this video. I can't cry. I'm sitting here today and I can't believe that there are 10,000 of you out there. 10,000 of you amazing human beings who chose to subscribe to my channel, who watch my videos, who leave me amazing comments. And I am just really, really grateful. And I can't thank you enough for it. So I don't want to cry because sometimes I feel like, oh, that's such a cliche, but oh, I'm really gonna collect myself. Anyway, because I'm so happy and grateful that you're here, I want to make sure that I not only put out the best kind of content that I can share for free with you out there anytime I can, but also try to do giveaways because, come on now, let's be honest, goodies are amazing. So I promised you a 10K giveaway. And the time is here. I have my flat lay thingamajig ready. I'm just gonna take everything out and probably put a picture up of what is included in this giveaway. Also, what you can't see right now but is included is a $50 Sephora gift card, and that is sent electronically to the winner, so you can buy for $50 whatever your soul desires. If you are in a country that does not have Sephora stores, then you can just go online, check out their website, let me know what you want for that amount, and I'll go shop for you and include those items in the package that was sent out to you. The giveaway is international. I will write in the description box below the criteria to enter and more of the details, and then all you have to do to enter to win is simply to be subscribed to my channel. If you subscribe from a mobile device, right next to the subscribe button there's a little bell sign, and if you tap on that, you're just going to be notified when I make videos. This way you know, and we can stay connected. So you have to be subscribed. Please like this video as part of your entry, and then in a comment below, please share with me the title of a video that you really enjoyed the most. It could be it was entertaining, it made you laugh, you loved it, you learned something new, or you were like in awe, it really made a difference in your life, whatever the reason may be, but one video that really stands out to you from the bunch. Please share that with me because it will help me gauge what kind of content means a lot to you and hopefully do more of that content in the future. I apologize if this video was long, and if you stayed through to watch it, I just want you to know that I'm so grateful and I really appreciate you, and I hope that you'll be along for the ride. I have something extraordinary that I'm working on, something that I have never seen before. It will change lives, quite literally. So I'm really excited to share that with you in 2017, and I just hope you'll stick around. And that's it. Good luck in the giveaway. Stay tuned for more videos. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, and I love you so much for being here, and I'll see you again very soon in a new video. Bye!